here, it got cut off. So if we're multiplying, it's different. So monomials, you're just going to multiply it together and then simplify it. Or you can simplify it and then multiply it, doesn't matter. Whenever you have more than that, you're going to have to factor, then simplify. So you can do it this way. You can also cross cancel. And I'm going to show you this method, I think. I want to change my mind. You can cross cancel and you can cancel, so you can cancel diagonally or up and down, but not side to side, okay? And that's why some people say multiply together then simplify, but I think I'm going to show you this way for this problem, and I'll show you the multiply together on the number 8. Okay, so 6 and 2 can simplify, giving you 3. These x's would go away because they're the same thing, and with these y's, this would go away, leaving you with 1. So just to show you have 3y over 1 technically right now. With this right here, they're both even, so I can take a 2 out of 5, or 10, which is 5, and a 2 out of here, which is 9. And then there's no x's, so you're still left with 5x cubed. But there's 2 y's here, so we can take it away and you get this. So if you notice, there's nothing left on the bottom, so you really can just get rid of it. From here, you just multiply side to side. So 3 and 5 is 15, x cubed is nothing to combine with, and y squared is y cubed. Right, so that's the answer for that one. Now, if you want to do the multiply together method, you really can, but when you do that, you have to multiply left to right. So we can take 4 and 5 together, which is 20. A squared and a to the 3rd power, we add them, so it's a to the 5th, and b to the 6th, b to the 6th is b to the 12th. And then you have to do 15 times 12, which is 180. A and a to the 4th is a to the 5th, and b cubed and b 7th is b to the 10th. Okay. So now you just simplify it. So either method works just the same. I put this fraction in my calculator, and basically you're going to divide these by 20, so you get 1, and this is 9. So we have 9 on the bottom and 1 here. The a to the 5th would cancel out, and if with the b, you have b to the 14th on the bottom and b to the 12th. So that would go away and leave you 2 here. So it's 1 over 9b squared. Okay, so those aren't too bad. You've done those before in algebra. Now these ones get a little bit more complicated. And basically my best hint is you should always factor on your first step. Okay, so, and always, always, always look for the greatest common factor. Okay, so on the top right here, the greatest common factor is 4x. They both have a 4 in common, they both have an x. So we're going to divide each thing by 4x, leaving you with x minus 1. And then on the bottom, there's a greatest common factor, and that's 2. So if you take out a 2, it's x squared, 2x, and 3. Okay. On the top, there's no greatest common factor, but we can go ahead and factor that because we have to find the factors of 6 that get you 1. Factors of 6 are 1 and 6 and 2 and 3, so that's the only way it's going to work. And you would have x minus 2 and x plus 3 because that middle one is positive. On the bottom, there's a greatest common factor as well. Okay, since you have a 4 and 8, they have a 4 in common. They both have an x, but they have at most one x in common, so it's 4x. And so you're left with x plus 2. Now at this point, we can't cancel anything out except for this 4x right here. Those can cancel because you can cancel diagonally, remember, or up or down. But this 2 can't cancel, these x's can't cancel, none of that. These 2's can't cancel. So we still have more factoring to go. And I'm just going to show you what we have on the top because that's all factored because they're all in parentheses. But this right here, that can be factored. So let's go ahead and do that. X squared plus 2x minus 3. Factors of 3 are 3 and 1 because it's a prime number. So you literally just have to figure out what the signs are. Since this is positive, the bigger number is going to be positive. So that's what you're left with. So this has a 2, an x plus 3, an x minus 1, and an x plus 2. These cancel out because they're the same thing. These cancel out because they're the same thing. These do not cancel out. So you're left with x minus 2 and 2 and x plus 2. All right. Last example. Kind of like this. So it gets broken up. Okay. So we have to factor. So your first step is always ask yourself, is there a greatest common factor? Okay. And there is. 10 and 5 have a 5 in common, and they at most have 1v in common. So we're dividing everything by 5v. So 10v divided by 5v is 2, and then 5 divided by 5 is 1, but v squared divided by v is just v. So you have 2 minus v. Okay. On the bottom, it's a trinomial, so that's why you ask the factors of 18 that get you 11. So I want to write this over here. Factors of 18 are 1 and 18, and 2 and 9. I'm going to stop there because the 2 and 9 are what gets you the 11. Since this is positive, it's going to tell you both signs are negative. And that's true because negative 2 times negative 9 is positive 18. Negative 2 plus negative 9 is negative 11. So on the bottom here, we have v minus 2 and v minus 9 times, this has a greatest common factor of 2v. 2 and 6 both have 2 in common. They both have a v at most. So you're left with v plus 3. Okay. And then on the bottom, we need to factor this. Well, we actually already factored it. It's just this is x's. So we said it was x minus 2. So we're going to have v minus 2 and v plus 3. So what you try to do here is see if you can cancel anything out. And right now, the only thing you can cancel are these two. Okay. You actually can cancel these two. That was on that back page over here with this rule. And I'm just telling you, if they're completely opposite signs, then you're good. So like 2 is positive, but it's negative here. V is positive, but it's negative here. So if they're completely opposite, they cancel out but leave you with a negative 1. So 5v times negative 1 is negative 5v. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. And you have 2v here and v minus 2. Nothing can be canceled, so you're just going to put it together and multiply left to right. So you have negative 10v squared, and then I don't want you to FOIL that. So that would be your answer. All right, that's it of the notes. Hopefully it's a little bit of review. Best of luck, stay safe, stay healthy. See you later.